So this is a video on this 2025 Dodge Durango that we just got in. This is a GT Plus all-wheel drive. All kinds of cool features on this. I'm going to try to keep the video fairly short this time because sometimes I can drag on and these things are like 45 minutes. But I'll try just to point out some of the highlights. First thing, this is the Night Moves color they call it. It's basically black, and in the right light, hopefully it shows up in the video, it almost gets like a little bit of a bluish purple hue to it, so it's a really nice color. We did add a few accessories to this particular one. It's got the locking wheel nuts. We added some mud flaps to it, as well as some 3M protection on the hood so it doesn't get rock chipped as bad. So those items have been added. That's all included on the price that you're going to see online. So a couple things. Across the front, you'll notice it's got the 20-inch black rims. Look really nice and tight. Same with the side steps on there, all done in the black. On the hood, you can kind of see a little bit in this little line here. That's the 3M protection to stop this part from getting rock chips. It's got the fancy performance hood with the intakes. This looks pretty cool. I suppose there's some functionality to that, but really it just looks great. Across the front, we got these little circles in the front bumpers. Those are the front parking sensors. So if you're about to run into something, it'll kind of clue in that it'll start beeping at you if you're going slow like in a parking lot. It also has a remote keyless entry, so to unlock the doors, all you have to do is reach in and grab the handle, and it'll unlock, and then to lock the doors, you just got to press that little button there. On the inside, it's got heated leather seats. There's also cooled on the front. The rear seats are heated as well. Cool little Dodge slash there. Nice red stitching on the seats. They're power seats forward and back, power lumbar. It's also adjustable even for the passenger, so you can raise and lower the lumbar support in your lower back so it gets right where you need it to be. Nice dash design, extra stitching on there, just kind of ties everything in together really nice. Decent sized glove box, there's your owner's manuals and all that kind of stuff. Not really a manual anymore, they just kind of give you a leaflet, but if you do want the full-blown manual, give us a call, we can download one and send it to you. Lots of speakers, it's got an Alpine sound system, so there's tweeters, lots of mid-range speakers on the sides, so really good sound system if you're into cranking the music. In the back, it has the 3 seat belts here in the middle, so it's a 7-passenger. And then to get to the rear seats, we just tighten the strap here. We're going to give that a pull. So the seat kind of folded down, and then it just flips forward, and now you got access to the 2 seats in the back. So where this is really handy is if you got lots of kids. We also have some customers, they'll flip those back seats down, and then they'll just ride like with the 4 or 5 people here in the middle, and then if they got extra guests, they can put them in the rear seat. So it just gives you that extra ability to flip those seats up. And I'll show you how to do that here in a second. It's really super easy. These middle row, down here in the middle, you can see it's got these rear heated seat buttons. So the 2 outboard seats are heated for the rear. USB ports so that kids can plug their cell phones in. They've also got a little plug in here if they want to run like a gaming computer or something like that. They can plug it in when they're going on trips. Lots of storage in the doors. You can kind of see map pockets, cup holders for everybody. Back windows are tinted out really dark, so not only does it look great on the outside, it helps keep the kids inside from cooking too in the back seat when the sun's beating down. On the rear, you get all the black badging. That's part of that package we talked about earlier. So you get all the black badging on the side, black GT logos. So that's all part of that Blacktop package. Pull that handle. It's got the power rear lift gate. That lifts up, so you don't have to pull it up. Pull these seats down. Okay, let's show you how easy it is. You just grab this handle here, you pull this lever, headrest folds down, just push it forward and you're done. Same with this side, pull it down, push it forward and you're done. Now you got a nice flat load floor, so if you're doing like a big grocery shop or something like that, it gives you tons of room to throw your junk in. So you got a bunch of hockey bags or golf clubs or something like that. That gives you lots of space to carry your stuff. And then if you do need a room for the kids, you just grab the strap, pull this back, flip the headrest up, and you're done. Just that easy. So super easy to get in and out of the vehicle if you need extra space. Also underneath here, there's this little storage tray. Just press this little lever. That lifts up. Inside, nice big storage bin. That's fairly deep. Your jack for a flat tire is underneath that little panel there. Just pops off. And then this here is where you pop this little cap off, and there's a crank in there to lower your spare tire down so you can change your tire if you get a flat tire. It's probably just a phone roadside assistance, but you can do that if you want. Other nice thing, too, about storing stuff in there, you can put like gloves, tow ropes, tie-down straps, any of that kind of stuff. I use, with those roadside safety kits where they got the little triangles and stuff. Not a bad idea to buy one of those and throw it in there. Press the button. Rear hatch is going to lower. Stand back. You can see it kind of close down all by itself. Just that easy. Pretty cool. Okay, on the side, we'll take a look in here. Basically the same as the other side door that we already took a look at. A couple more things. It does have this nice mesh here for map pockets. These are little extensions up here. That's so you can hook your grocery bags on it. So if you got those little bags, you can kind of hook the straps over there. That way when you're driving around a corner, they don't fall over and your canned corn ends up rolling all around the back seats. Just gives you a place to tuck it out of the way. We've got power windows, power locks, power mirrors. We've got memory seats so you can program in your different settings to your key fob. You get 2 key fobs, of course. You can program one to driver 1 and one to driver 2. When you hit the button, when you hop in, or use the unlock button on the key fob once it's programmed, it'll adjust your mirrors, your radio stations, your seat. It'll do the steering wheel, does everything for you, adjusts it all out for you. The steering wheel has a power tilt, so it'll raise it up and down, and you can also use it to go in and out as well. So super easy to get comfortable. On the driver's seat, we got these nice paddle shifters here for shifting up and down. If you want to go into sport mode, you can do that. Makes it a little more fun for driving. Cruise control, it also has the adaptive cruise control, so this is the one where you set the distance between you and the vehicles in front of you, and it'll set up that space and make sure that you don't get too close. Makes for a super easy on a long drive. It's a really nice feature. Digital dash, we're going to use these buttons here. We're just going to toggle through the screens real quick, but you can see they got all these different layouts. You can change the interior all the different screens here in the center. Just gives you lots of different information, so you can kind of go play around in there and set things up and change how everything looks, that sort of stuff. So all your information's, temperature, oil pressure, that kind of stuff. Over here we got a nice big 10.1-inch touchscreen. We've got the nav built right in from the factory. You can also do obviously your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You can also change just to the main audio screen. And here you can go to Sirius XM. Change all your radio stations through here, AM, FM. There's also USB ports you can add. So I use Apple CarPlay a lot now. I've kind of gone away from the Sirius XM. If your phone's paired up, you'll have like a little C here with a circle around it under the phone, and then you can use that. And basically what it does, it just mirrors your cell phone onto the screen. So if you do end up getting this, make sure you download the app on your phone. And that way everything kind of syncs up real nice. It makes it a lot easier to use. In fact, I hardly use this one does have the factory nav. I almost exclusively use the nav on my Apple CarPlay now. I just find it easier to set directions in, because you just Google where you want to go and you hit send and it shows up on the screen, and then your Apple Maps on your phone show up there. Okay, down here we got all your heated seats, cooled seats. It also has a heated steering wheel, so you just press these buttons there. Lots of different nice dials, easy to get to. We got an auto start stop if you want to disable that. So basically if you're in a stop and go traffic, the vehicle will shut off. As soon as you take your foot off the brake, it'll restart. So that's to turn that off and on if you don't want it to do that. In high Prairie, you're probably never really going to run into it. I mean, maybe if you're driving through, the Dairy Queen drive-thru or something like that, it might do it for you. But basically, that's about the only time I ever have mine shut off for me. It's got a sport mode. You can turn that on. Basically, that just changes the software, how the vehicle shifts, when it shifts, that kind of stuff. Just gives it a more sporty drive. You can also turn the eco off if you want. That'll just make it ride, try to get you a little bit better. Well, it's automatically going to get you better fuel economy. If you disable it, you can get a little bit more power out of it. You can also turn those park sensors off that we talked about. Those are those circles in the bumpers. It also has lane keep assist, so you can hit that button if you want to disable it. Then it won't try to keep you in your own lane and let you know if you're drifting. It's kind of handy if you're getting a little tired, though. I like to leave that on. Just kind of makes you aware of what's going on. Nice little place to rest your cell phone there. This is wireless charging too, so if you just set your phone on there, it'll charge it while you're driving. Got a little storage bin there, a couple of cup holders, nice little LED light here so you can see what you're doing. In the armrest, got a nice storage tray here, and then there's another one underneath as well for if you need any more odds and ends. Overhead, this has got the power sunroof. Okay, and it also has a little slide that kind of closes. So you can see that if you want, it gets a little bright in here, you can kind of close that, keep it a little bit cooler. Place for your sunglasses. These are the buttons to open your sunroof, and then you've got buttons here to access your dome lights and pop that rear hatch open. So I can just hit that button and it'll open up the rear hatch and lift everything up. Okay, I think that's about it. I tried to keep it fairly quick. There's all kinds of other stuff we could have talked about, but I'm trying to keep these a bit shorter. If you're looking to get yourself a 7-passenger vehicle and you're not really excited about buying a minivan, this is a great alternative for you. We'd invite you to come down, take it for a drive, see what you think, and we'll send you home in a new Durango. We hope to see you soon.